What's up, guys? Welcome back to Half Man Half Tech. My name is Ben, your host. So today I have some exciting news for those Apple Watch users, as we now have the next point update of WatchOS 8. So right here you can see that we have WatchOS 8.6, and this is the first beta. I'm a developer beta, so I am able to see this update today, but if you're a public beta tester, then be expecting this update in a day or two. And for me, on my Apple Watch Series 7 that you are seeing here, you can actually see the update size that it came in at exactly 233 megabytes, and I was updating from WatchOS 8.5.1. Now, something that interesting that I should mention is that I was actually able to update my watch without having to update my iPhone to the latest iOS beta update that came out today. So that was iOS 15.5 beta 1 that came out, but some updates you aren't able to update your watch without first updating your iPhone to the latest update, which is good with this update. Now, obviously, this is not all that Apple released today. Like I mentioned, if you go to the Apple developer page, you'll be able to see that today Apple released macOS 12.4 beta 1, iOS 15.5 beta 1, iPadOS 15.5 beta 1, and also WatchOS 8.6 beta 1. Of course, this is the video for this, and also the last one is tvOS 15.5 beta 1. Now, most of these updates I actually do cover here on the channel at Half Man Half Tech, so if you want to keep up to date and with the latest changes, then stick around and subscribe so that you don't miss out. Now, as you can see here, I've already updated my device. I think I should be able to see the update prompt here, so you can see that here it says your Apple Watch is now up to date. So I've updated my device, and if I go into see the new software changes that came with this update, go to general and then go to software update just to show you it's up to date. And if we go back and go to the about section here, you'll be able to see here that the new build number that we have is 19T5547F. so this update has an F at the end, and in terms of stability, you know what that means. It's a highly unstable version, as this is the first beta. Now, that's the new software changes that came with this update. In terms of what's new when it comes to WatchOS 8.6 beta 1, the thing that I have to mention here first is that this update comes 1 week after WatchOS 8.5.1. so in terms of what's new or what's been fixed or what's been changed with this update, since we just had an update like recently a week ago, there isn't really going to be many, but there are changes, and I'm going to be showing you those changes right now. Now, today I would like to highlight a new development or a new release that Apple has notified developers. So if you have the developer app on your iPhone, so this is the app that I'm talking about, and you open it and you go to where it says WWDC on the bottom, you'll be able to see that now we know when WWDC 2022 is going to take place, and you see that it's going to start from June 6 to June 10. So that's when we are going to get the latest software updates when it comes to the Apple Watch, and the latest update that we are expecting this year is WatchOS 9. Alongside that, there will be iOS 16, macOS 13, and so on. And so when those updates come out and you want to be able to update on the release date, which is usually for developers, then stick around and definitely subscribe. I'll have a way that I can always help my subscribers out so that they are able to keep up to date with what's new with these updates once they actually are released on June 6th. So keep up to date, and that's the first thing that I wanted to mention. The other thing that I wanted to mention with this update, you won't see it. I tried to look for it in the iPhone here, but I wouldn't be able to see it in the accessibility section. But if you go into your iPhone and actually open up your watch and go to where it says accessibility, and then you click where it says voiceover, and you scroll down to where it says hand gestures, so click there and then click on any hand gesture. So let's click on pinch or clench right there, but you'll be able to see that Apple has added a new accessibility hand gesture here that is called Magic Tap. Now, this is one that I'm going to be testing as time passes and progresses, and maybe I'll do a separate video to show you how this Magic Tap works, but it's one that has to do with the accessibility, and you can always enable it if you have a supported device. Now, that's the first change that I wanted to highlight for you. Now, according to the update page of WatchOS 8.6 beta 1, it did mention that this update brings about bugs and fixes, so you can only imagine some of the bugs or issues that Apple is trying to resolve with this update. The major one that's affecting a lot of Apple Watch users and that I've reported multiple times is the one that has to do with fast charging for the Apple Watch Series 7 when you have like a third-party fast charger. So there's issues with that, and I think with this update, hopefully Apple will be able to release it or resolve that issue before we get to see the release of WatchOS 9. So that's the main bug. And also another change that I wanted to bring to your attention, if you use the Apple Pay, so if you use, like, this is how I usually pay for a lot of things, and you can see my vaccine card back in the background, but if you use the wallet app on your Apple Watch quite often, I'll be happy to let you know that soon you'll be able to, you know, use something that's called Apple Cash. So there's a rebranding here from Apple Pay to Apple Cash. So now you'll be able to add an Apple Cash card, and this is going to be supported on the iPad and on the iPhone. And I did take like a screenshot on my device just to show you what I mean by this. So you can see here that Apple Cash. What is Apple Cash? Apple Cash is a simple and secure way to spend money with your iPhone, Apple Watch and iPad. So if you use, you know, Apple Pay and you have the Apple Cash card and you add it to your wallet, you'll be able to send and receive money, and also you can add it as a debit or credit depending on the setup that you have, and it's now been rebranded to Apple Cash. So that's also something that's new that I thought I should mention. Also, with this update, there is code in the background that's referencing a classical redo of the music apps that's sort of called Apple Classical. So you can see from the looks of it that I don't actually use the music app a lot. I actually use Spotify more. But yeah, there's something that's called Apple Classical that's in the works, and by the time this update, we could be seeing something being updated with the Apple Music app, or at least when it comes to the user experience, as there have been a lot of complaints when it comes to the UI. Now, those are mainly the most of the changes and new features that are here with this update. Now, when it comes to the battery, I do have an update for you. So I actually did drop percentage finally on my Apple Watch Series 7 after like 3 or 4 beta series, which is very impressive. So you can see here that it was last charged to 100% 2 hours ago, and I've used 7%. It's reasonable because I've been trying to see what's new with this update. But battery health, you can see that I've now dropped 1%, and this is very impressive for my Apple Watch Series 7, because with the same number of betas on the Series 6, I believe like by now I was on 95. So the Series 7 seems to be performing quite well. Now, that's about it for me, guys, when it comes to WatchOS 8.6, the first beta. I'll keep you updated as I discover new features and new changes on my social media handles. Now, here I want to bring your attention to something special that we had been working on. So we now have a website, halfmanhalftech.com. So if you visit this website, halfmanhalftech.com, you'll be able to see our official website, and we've created a number of products that best resonate with our subscribers. So if you are a Mac OS user, or you're a Mac user, or an iPhone, or basically even Android users, since there's quite a number of you here, you'll be able to see some accessories and products that we've created on the store. And once you find something, I have a discount code that you can use. Just use first 25 at checkout and you'll be able to get a discount. and in doing that and in purchasing a product, you'll be in return supporting us here on the channel at Half Man Half Tech. Now that's about it for me, guys. If you like this video, leave a like and stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.